P. Diddy, formerly known as Puffy, is probably one of the entertainment industry's biggest and most essential moguls that have ever existed. He has amassed a fortune with music, alcohol, and television. But even with this, his empire is slowly crumbling down due to accusations of harassment and assault against Cassie.
This morning, music mogul Shyne Diddy Combs facing a slew of allegations, including and trafficking, in a stunning new civil lawsuit filed Thursday by his longtime partner, singer Cassie.
This is only one of the few controversies he has been through over a 30-year span. There are accusations, allegedly, of ripping over artists.
Nobody never took nothing from me. Like, it's hard for me to look at Diddy. It's hard to go, like, to be phony about it.
It's 10 years later, and you still got half of our publishing. Now, there's no way you can make it justifiable that you said you deserve half of our publishing.
He also had one of his artists take a fall for shooting someone who the witness said they saw Diddy with the gun.
Fortunate to be alive. I was shot in my face, and I never expected to be a part of such a reckless act of violence.
Hot and super stopping, introduced like I'm Shyne. You
my destiny.
Jamal Michael Barrow, formerly known as Shyne, was born in Belize City, which is in Central America, November 8th, 1978. His father, Dean Barrow, was a lawyer and a politician who had his son Shyne out of wedlock with his mother, Frances Lemon Mavette. His father never wanted to claim Shyne as his son and told Shyne at a young age that his other children were made from love that devastated Shyne.
Deputy Prime Minister.
Yeah.
And he basically disowned you.
I was a bastard child, you understand? He basically put it like he had my mom's up and that was it, you understand? So just left her there with me and just told her to find her way, you understand?
Really?
His mother moved to New York City to Brooklyn when he was at the age of 3. He spent time with his mom in Brooklyn and his father that was in Belize, but unfortunately his father was always busy, so he had to stay mostly with his uncle on his mom's side and his aunt on his father's side. But Shyne eventually moved with his mom in Brooklyn, who lived in Crown Heights, East Flatbush. He and his mother lived in poverty, where he was sleeping on the couch. It was so bad that at the age of 15, he was shot in the right shoulder. And due to this, his mother thought that she would see her son be in a casket. And because that devastated his mom, he promised her that he will stay out of trouble. In all these crazy circumstances, he was able to graduate high school, and then he eventually went to college, but he dropped out to pursue his love for music. He got his lucky break in 1998 at a barbershop. A man named Austin was about to leave, and Shyne asked him, is he in the music industry? And he said yes. Started to freestyle, and Austin loved it so much that he introduced him to Don Pooh, who's a music veteran who has worked with almost everybody in the industry. He introduced Shyne to Jay-Z, and Shyne basically gave Jay-Z his demo. Shyne wound up asking Jay-Z after listening to it, what did you think? And Jay-Z said it was alright. Then Don Pooh introduced him to P. Diddy, and P. Diddy listened to his music and said, well, can you make a hit? P. Diddy wasn't interested. So Don Pooh decided to introduce Shyne to a legend, Chris Lighty, who later managed 50 Cent and Busta Rhymes and others. Chris Lighty took Shyne to Def Jam, and they liked what they heard from Shyne. They were interested in signing him, and the industry started to hear about Shyne, and it became a bidding war with multiple record labels. P. Diddy heard about this and pulled some strings and changed his mind and decided to sign Shyne. And Shyne was offered $1 million for an advance. Diddy wound up introducing Shyne to the world by putting him on songs of fellow bad boy artists such as Mason Total and even P. Diddy's own song, Reverse. Things were looking up for Shyne. He was buying nice cars, hanging with beautiful women. He was living a dream, but it all came crashing down as his rap career took a hit the night of December 27th, 1999.
Then threw a stack of money in Combs' face. Prosecutors then say one of Combs' associates, 19-year-old Jamal Barrow, also known as the rapper Shyne, opened fire, while Combs reportedly pulled out a pistol of his own.
Fortunate to be alive. I was shot in my face.
December 27th, 1999. Sean P. Diddy and his bodyguard Wolf and his then girlfriend Jennifer Lopez went to a club called Club New York. Everything seemed good and everyone was having fun until a local gangster named Scar, whose real name is Matthew Allen, who was known for violence, was beefing with Diddy. Threats were being thrown and he pushed P. Diddy, and Scar told P. Diddy and the people he was with he would kill them, and he threw money in P. Diddy's face. Sean claims he saw a gun being reached for, and Sean pulled out his gun to try to defend him. He shot the person in the arm, and security grabbed him, and the gunshots were shot in the air.
Started arguing with Puff. I know what these Brooklyn guys are capable of. I know what Scar's capable of. Once Scar starts saying, you know, I'm gonna kill you, you know, you DOA, you know, once he starts talking crazy, yeah, I became afraid for my life. I know what happens, you know, once he says, you know, it's about to happen, you know, it's about to happen. And I seen somebody reach for a gun, and I reached for my weapon, and I defended my friends and myself, because once he starts firing, once whoever else pulls out a gun starts firing, it doesn't stop there.
According to other witnesses, P. Diddy was shooting as well. 3 people were wounded. One person named Tanya Rubin was the one who was shot in the face and had a serious injury. After the shooting, Sean and Diddy and his then girlfriend Jennifer Lopez and Wolf fled the scene. Sean tried to escape the club but was caught by police soon as he left, and he found a 9mm handgun in his possession. Diddy was in his Lincoln Navigator where he was trying to flee the scene with Jennifer Lopez and Wolf. His driver tried to escape speeding, and there was a police chase that pursued. P. Diddy or Wolf threw out a gun in the car, but the police were able to recover it. Also was a stolen gun in the car. Driver claimed that Diddy tried to bribe the driver to take the fall and offer $50K and say that it was his gun. Police arrested Diddy and Sean. Sean was charged with attempted murder, gun possession, assault, and reckless endangerment. P. Diddy and his bodyguard Wolf were charged with bribery and weapon possession and assault. P. Diddy decided to hire the best lawyer to defend him, which was Johnny Cochran, who defended O.J. Simpson and Michael Jackson, and Benjamin Brofman, who also worked on high-profile cases. Unfortunately for Sean, he had to defend for himself and hire his own lawyers. He wasn't able to afford the dream team that P. Diddy had, and P. Diddy thought it would be best to separate the cases. So there's 2 separate trials, one for P. Diddy and his bodyguard Wolf, and one only for Sean.
Call a witness against your karma. But I'm facing 25 years.
The trial of Diddy and Sean was very intense. Diddy was getting sued by all 3 people.
Rubin's attorneys wouldn't rule out filing a civil lawsuit. Last week, another shooting victim filed an $800 million lawsuit in connection with the shooting. Julius Jones of Brooklyn was in Club New York on December 27th and in the way of a stray bullet. With limited use of his arm and a lot of pain, Jones' attorney Bill Schweitzer filed the first civil lawsuit against rapper Sean Puffy Combs and the nightclub.
And they testified that they saw P. Diddy with a gun. Diddy always claimed his innocence and said he didn't have a firearm or have a fight with anybody. His driver said that he saw Diddy sneak a gun into his pants before he entered the club. His lawyers fought back and said it could be anybody's gun in that car. He has over 20 employees and multiple employees driving his vehicle. The driver said there was a robbery, but there was no evidence to prove that it happened. Tanya Rubin noted that she saw Sean and P. Diddy with a gun, but she stated she saw P. Diddy raise a black gun. Then she heard a gunshot, felt pressure in her face. Diddy. The lawyer said this was a crash grab. The victim knows P. Diddy and Sean. What helped P. Diddy tremendously was that his security, who claimed that they was there, saw Sean with the gun and said P. Diddy didn't pull out a weapon and he was holding Jennifer Lopez at that time. What makes a twist into the case is that P. Diddy's attorney handed over a witness to the prosecution so they could testify against Sean. According to Gene Deal, P. Diddy's former bodyguard said that P. Diddy told his security to make a statement to incriminate Sean.
The reason they got off was people was coming to Bad Boy Security, Paul and other people, and said that they were there. So they were giving them the DA's and the lawyer's card and tell him to go make a statement. And some of those people who were making statements, they was making statements against Shyne. Yo, bro, listen to me.
Diddy beat all charges.
Thank you for your prayers. You're giving me support. The people in New York, just when I'm walking in the streets, just telling me to keep my head up. And I'm just so grateful today.
But unfortunately for Shyne, he didn't have a chance. He was convicted of 2 counts of assault, reckless endangerment, and gun possession. He was sentenced to 10 years. Shyne believed he had lost because his foreign boss threw him under the bus.
It's not a matter of, turning your back on me. Like, how do you call a witness to testify against your comrade?
That witness Shyne is referring to is Sharice Myers, a bouncer who was working inside Club New York when shots rang out that December night in 1999. In court, Myers claimed that she fell on top of Puffy during the shooting and said that he did not have a gun. But even as her testimony helped exonerate Puffy, it implicated Shyne. Myers told jurors that it was Shyne who first opened fire inside the club, letting off 2 shots toward the ceiling. Shyne's lawyers conceded that their client fired his gun, but only in self-defense. Shyne has maintained from the beginning that Myers' testimony, asserting that he was the first to open fire on that fateful night, is untrue.
If I'm telling you that she's lying, and you saying, hey, well, she helping me, but I'm facing 25 years, and you looking at probation. Yeah, those are the things that, you understand, are unacceptable. You don't have to hold my hand. You don't have to do nothing, but don't try to hurt me.
Shyne was devastated. What makes it worse is that his album was released while he was on trial, and he couldn't promote his album, which was called Shyne, and P. Diddy didn't want to release it during that time. But the album eventually came out, and it eventually went platinum. Diddy settled his lawsuit in 2011 for all the people who were injured for an undisclosed amount. Shyne only served 8 years and was deported to Belize. He dabbled in music, but didn't have the momentum he had back in 1999. But he did turn to politics and won a seat in the House of Representatives in Belize. He was finally able to have a good relationship with his father as well. And Shyne would forgive P. Diddy.
I forgave him. It's real. But it was traumatic.
And in return, P. Diddy helped him with his campaign to get him elected to the House of Representatives. For Diddy, the controversy followed him over for years. Diddy is now fighting multiple lawsuits from multiple women who claim Diddy has assaulted them. But the story shows money can get you out of trouble. Make sure you like, subscribe, and put that notification button on. And if you can donate by hitting the Super Thanks button. Thanks for tuning in.